Hi guys, welcome back to the Cocktails and Culture podcast with myself, Brigethia Arai.
And I'm Benjamin Coy.
And welcome back.
Welcome back, y'all. As you can see, we are starting off this episode in a whole new era, a whole new vibe, a whole new place, baby. We have upgraded the Cocktails and Culture, baby. Like we said all season, we are elevating. Yes. We are going after it. And we are so excited to welcome our guest.
Yes.
So let's start with Tahira.
Yes.
Welcome. We are so excited to have you here. Tahira is a content creator, but was and still is a stylist. Yes.
Yeah.
And as you can see, clearly, giving us
it's obvious.
All of it. And we're just so excited to have you here. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me. This is so exciting.
Thank you.
Blake?
Yeah, I'm a, hey. I am a, I don't know what I'm TV host,
content creator, it girl, behind the scenes.
Stop.
They're Blake nickname is BB, but booked and busy. Yes.
Period.
We're just a group of creative people.
You know?
Yeah.
We're creative, young, black, creative people, but we're so excited to have you guys.
Excited.
And we thank you guys again so much for coming. We're going to have some fun today.
Yes.
So let's get into these drinks because Ben,
okay,
what's in it? What's in it?
Now, I usually am the cocktail connector, the creator.
Okay.
But this
Curator.
week, we want the curator. We love that. But this week we want to give y'all our Cocktails and Culture special. So this is our signature cocktail.
Oh.
It is a watermelon margarita. We have a slice of watermelon in it, a splash of ginger ale, a little fruit punch cocktail, and of course it's topped off with some De Leon tequila.
yes.
We also have a mocktail version
Yes,
that you can have without the tequila, and it's still just as delicious.
Exactly. Very refreshing. So let's have a little sip, y'all. Let's have a sip.
Cheers to the girls' weekend.
Cheers to the girls' weekend.
We're about to get this party started, and we're going to stay in your friend's room. Cheers to the girls' weekend. Cheers. You better watch those B words, baby. You better watch.
Cheers. It's good and refreshing.
Oh, yeah.
It tastes like summer.
It does.
Very good.
And that was the vibe.
It tastes like summer.
So glad you got it.
Delicious.
Love summer.
Beautiful.
We'll need that recipe.
For sure.
Yes. Oh, well,
We got you.
You'll get it.
We'll need that recipe.
You'll get it.
We
You'll
got
get
you.
it. We got you.
What was your journey getting you to your career of choice as stylist or as an editor before you switched over into content creation?
Oh my God, the journey.
The journey is always the most fun.
The journey is.
Who lied? Who lied said that?
Blake, you want to go? Let's talk about your journey.
So I was previously a beauty and fashion director at Essence Magazine. But I moved to New York doing serious news. So I used to tell people I wanted to be Soledad O'Brien. I wanted to be on-air talent doing serious news. So I first moved here in serious news, immediately was like, this is not. No.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, what are you good at? Well, I was doing $15 beats in college. Beat by Blake was a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, can I like to get
This is so
Right.
I think I had some photos.
I love that.
Dig up the photos. And I liked getting dressed. I mean, I went to Howard, and they get dressed every single day.
Yes, they do.
And so I was like, well, let's see if I can merge the two. I didn't really think that there were jobs in beauty and fashion outside of either creating a brand or being a stylist or being a fashion designer. And so I just started cold emailing, reaching out to people. And then finally, a family friend was like, oh, you should come in and just do coffee. And I was like, okay, cool. I went in, and 2 weeks later, somehow ended up with a job as a beauty assistant. And then I went freelance after that, writing for a bunch of publications, Elle, Refinery 29, all of the digital Cosmos, all of those things. And Essence was one of my clients at the time. And then they asked me to come and be the beauty and fashion director, so I did that. Nice. And so that's what I did before the recent pivot. But yes, that's essentially what I did before this recent shift to content creation.
We love the hustle.
Yeah.
You know?
Hustle.
We love
you gotta do
it.
what you gotta do. I love that.
Oh my God. So the journey started 100 years ago. Okay. I used to be a model. So I got scouted.
Yeah.
I got scouted off the street. Okay, so it wasn't like a dream. I've always wanted to be Naomi Campbell. It just didn't
That's what I was about to just
work
say.
out like that. It was, so I had this dream about being on the runway, and then I got signed, and they were like, so there's no money in runway. So what do you really want to do? And I was like, oh, okay, we could put you in this catalog. And so then I started doing a lot of print work, and I was on your perm box, girl. That's why I might look familiar.
Okay.
Right.
Wait, were you in the Twitter thread?
Oh my God, I was on the Twitter thread.
What? Oh my gosh.
Really?
So
Oh, we have to find it.
I'm like, wait, no,
don't look it up.
We're gonna look it up and add
Early
it.
days, but that's how I kind of got into entertainment industry, and I quickly learned I like to be behind the scenes, even though I was in front of the camera. Because it wasn't a dream, I was good at it. Yes, it was going to put me financially where I wanted to be, and it took me all over the world. But I'm like, behind the scenes, I fell in love with the makeup artist. I fell in love with the stylist, the directing, the producing. Like, I was just like a sponge, just taking in all of that. So when I wanted to pivot, I started off as an intern. I was steaming, okay? 8 hours a day, okay? People think internships are fun. It's not.
Right.
But you learn a lot. You just have to pay attention to what's going on. Started off as an intern, then went to an assistant, then got my own clientele, produced some fashion shows here, some lookbooks. And then I got into the retail aspect of things, working with Barney's, kind of got into PR when I was at Ralph Lauren, helping with, like, just meeting with the buyers. I was like the bridge between the sales floor and the buyers. So, like, that meeting was me. And then when they would do events at Ralph Lauren, they did a lot of celebrity book tours. I was the person that was the person that's dressed all the celebrities for the events at the store. So that's kind of how I took a pivot in 2020, like a lot of us had to.
Right.
And that's kind of a little bit of where it started.
Got you.
Love that.
So again, we talked about how fun those journeys can be
Love
to get to
steaming,
where
baby.
we
Burned off
are.
my fingertips.
Right.
Right. So during that time, we'll start with Tahira. During
Yeah.
that time, what do you think was like the most important lesson you learned, whether it's about the professional aspect or maybe just about you personally, or both?
Probably the most important thing I learned was your network is your net worth. So when I wanted to pivot, all the people that I met being a model was my connections to be able to pivot. Because I made friends with everybody, every stylist, every assistant, every person. Listen, catering. Okay, I was friends with everybody. I talked to everyone. So when you're in a room, whether you're the star or not the star, you got to just be aware of your surroundings and let people know who you are. Let people know that you're interested. Don't be afraid. You got to really have a little bit of fearlessness about you if you're going to step into the entertainment industry, because it is rough, okay? And it could eat you up and spit you out. So you got to be...
You can look in the TikTok comments and see.
Oh yeah.
We talk about that all the time.
Oh my God, that's a whole nother.
Nuts.
Thank God that was not around when I was coming up, because social media is a different beast. Yeah.
Absolutely. Blake, what about you?
I feel like you have to be willing to adjust. If you want to be in this industry, you have to be willing to adjust. Like, you have to be quick to be able to take on any role, to do anything. Because this industry, I don't know if volatile is the word. It is very volatile, right? In terms of, like, it's so hot and it's so cold. But you have to be, I feel like in order to sustain in this business, you have to be able to pivot at any moment. Any moment. So I feel like for us, it's like the ability to pivot is necessary to succeed. And entertainment's the same way. Anything kind of within the culture space at this point, we don't know what's going on.
I know. It's always the landscape is always changing. It's always something new. Someone fresh, someone younger. It's always something new. So really talking about that. So why, I guess I'll start with Blake. Why did you decide to kind of make that transition from, like, being an editor, or like what made you feel like, this is the time, because I think that's hard to make that transition when you're comfortable probably in, like, what or you know what I mean?
Well, so I think I just got sick of draining myself to build somebody else's brand.
Man.
And I think that's what corporations, that is just what careers are, right?
Absolutely.
You are slaving yourself to build somebody else's career. But I just got sick of it, and anybody that's ever worked in editorial, this was not specific to the job that I had, this is specific to editorial in general, they own you as an editor. They own your IP. They own jobs that you can do outside of them, right? It's like, I was just looking, I'm sure you've seen it. I'm sure all of us have seen it, that video of she's another fantastic, one of my mutuals on TikTok, but she's an attorney who just left.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's the same thing. I could not do anything. And so it was like, if I knew that my end goal was not building somebody else's brand, so if the end goal was the Blake brand, I needed to figure out how to pivot. The thing is, I think that people get so caught up in the misery that they're like, okay, but can my positioning help me get to where I'm at? And so I think it's important to, wherever you're at, even if it's miserable, if it is a situation that can bolster your profile or bolster your knowledge to make you more marketable, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, you just make sure that don't get so caught up in the misery that you don't take advantage of where you are.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Love that. What about you, Tahira? What made you kind of go from working in a store, styling, to like focus on your content and
the pandemic.
True.
My whole world kind of got blown up, like a lot of people's. I was now unemployed for like the first time in like my adult life. Nothing was being shot. Like everything was, like I went from a very packed full calendar, my regular schedule. At the time of the pandemic, I wasn't in Barney's anymore. I was managing a boutique. And the reason why I went to a boutique was because I had my second son and I just needed some type of stability hours. So I went from like a crazy schedule at Barney's to being just 10 to 6. I was like, okay, fine. I can manage this boutique. I could do what I want to do. I got my weekends off. I could have my private clients on the weekends. And it was great. And then the world blew up and it was like, okay, stores closed, sets are closed. Clients are fleeing New York. And I'm like, oh, okay. Now I'm all of a sudden homeschooling. Excuse me.
Not you, a teacher.
Excuse me.
A woman of many skills.
Sorry. What's happening here? What's going on?
I know that's right.
You know, my husband is in my face now 24/7. This is different. Okay. So it was like I turned to TikTok and I was just like, you know, my son was like, Mom, get on TikTok. And I was like, okay. And I got on. I was like, okay, so it's not just dancing. Okay. Right. This could be interesting. And I just started telling just a few stories, not thinking anyone would care. Yeah. Honestly, just really was just bored. And I was just like, oh, you know, celebrities, people like celebrities. I'll tell a few stories about my time on set and people I work with, not thinking anything. And then things just like blew up. Yeah. And it was like, did I want to be a content creator? In my younger years, I did, but I had so much fear. I grew up with the Jackie Inas, you know, and, you know, the Jacqueline Hills and, you know, the Tiaras, and they were all like, I was like, oh, I could do that. But I just like, I was too much fear. I was like, no, I don't have the perfect background. I don't have the perfect camera. You know, YouTube was like, their YouTube, everything was polished back then. Yes. So if you didn't feel like you could come in at that level, sometimes you just didn't start. And that was me. Yeah. And so when I got on this other app and it was like, oh, it's a little bit, you could just be yourself. I was like, oh, okay, I could do that. I could pick up this phone and film something and tell you guys a story. And then that's kind of just how it happened. And then it kind of opened my door to like, oh, wait a minute. People are reaching out to me. People are inviting me places. People want to work with me. It's like, wait a minute. Like, I call myself the accidental influencer, y'all. This was not planned. This was just
but like, isn't that the best way? It's like you're just being genuine with like your interests, and then it just comes to something else.
All into it.
The content doesn't feel accidental.
No.
Right.
I'm telling you guys.
Once it starts to...
Because when I first seen your content, I'm like, okay, I love this. And then I just like, from the beginning when I first seen your videos, I just like, I love fashion, and I love to hear like, your experiences that you had, and it didn't come across, it was just you telling your experience. It just came across like super genuine, like someone that's really in like their field and just sharing their experiences. And I always loved the same with you, Blake. Like when I seen your content, and I was like, I related so much to it, and I loved it so much. So Blake, I don't remember when it was, but it was a while back. So I seen you made a video. I think it was a video. I remember. Yeah, I think it was a video. Yeah. And you were saying how you overheard, one of your friends or something that worked in PR was saying that she overheard you being called a digestible Black creator.
Oh yeah.
And that resonated so much for me, you know, working in like a corporate PR world, and like me being a super advocate of making sure we see people like us. Like when I'm looking at a list, like, it's not enough. Like we need more. And like working with progressive brands, like being able to, you know, make sure that we're being seen in those spaces. And that's super, super important to me. So I just kind of, I guess, wanted to talk a little bit about that. And like, I guess maybe how did you feel in that situation? I mean, I'm sure you knew that, like, we know like those type of conversations, you know, happen a lot of times. But like, you know, how does, as a Black woman, like, how did that make you like kind of just feel and think? Or,
well, I think your first thought is like, so is the is the perception that Blake is like the sellout black girl. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Because
Okay.
to that point, it's like, so wait, are you saying that like, because I show up as my authentic self, right? Like this is not like, so I'm like, so is it too, and I don't know, it's such a weird thought process because you're also just like, well, okay, so this means like more brand deals, but at what cost and what like it's like I don't even know how to it's a million but like you said, we know the conversations are happening, right? But what was so ironic is that once I made that video, then all of these brand trips, I don't know what's going on. I've always been at brand trips, all the things as an editor, but now there's a brand trip, there's like 3 brand trips a week. These brands are doing 3 brand trips legit a week. But you see it now, and people keep talking about it on these brand trips. They invite like one black girl. The black girl usually looks a certain way. Her hair is usually a certain texture. All of these things. So I just think, I don't know. Like I want to say like, oh, I think it's getting better, but I think we've all seen it. The Cut just did that story. Where did the plus size women go in fashion? Like everything, I personally feel like we're going backwards.
100%.
They said 2020, we gave y'all 3 years. Thank you for your time.
And it's just like, I think even talking about like, as far as like inclusivity, like if Rihanna could come in the industry, starting her small brand and being able to initially be inclusive, compared to brands that have money. It's not like they're a small little brand or something like that. Like now today, like I just feel like there's no excuse. There's no excuse at all. And even just like, I think it's hard in that situation, like being called digestible, because I think obviously sometimes, especially as a black woman, like if you meet a certain criteria of you're looked at as educated or you have a certain look to you or whatever, I even notice like I may be put in certain rooms before another friend or something like that. And it's hard because, like you said, it looks like, well, am I like a sellout? Or is it like, you know, I shouldn't have to change. I'm being myself. I'm being authentic. So I shouldn't have to feel like, because you expect every black person to look a certain way or act a certain way or whatever. So I think, I hope that it changes. But I think, like, that's why I feel like when people, you know, like us are in these roles, and I realize, you know, how much us that work in like entertainment or comms or anything like that, like how much of an impact we have on like what's being seen in campaigns, what's being seen in commercials, and all of that is super important. So I try to like make sure that I'm doing my part to like advocate and make sure that we're being seen, because it really matters.
It's so interesting you said that, because anytime I come like go to these events and I speak to the girls in the PR and they look like me, they're like, oh my God. They're looking out. You know, at all these events, there's a reason that they are looking out. And I think it's a little bit sad that you guys have to be the ones to do the work. But it's also like, things will change if the more y'all get hired, the more we will be seen.
Exactly.
That's just, that's the truth.
Exactly.
So, headlines broke several weeks ago.
This is a headline every day. I'm like, it's a headline every
which one, right?
single day.
Several weeks ago with Law Roach. Now, we've already talked about this on the podcast. We wanted to get you guys' like opinion on that entire fiasco with him retiring. Obviously, Tahira, you've been in the industry for 15 years. You understand like just how crazy and like problematic and just like all the politics that can come with it.
A lot.
And so we just want to like just kind of talk about that and just get your thoughts on, do you think that his retirement really came on the heels of like the negative, toxic, or my theory.
What's your theory?
My theory is that yes, the politics definitely probably pushed him there, but I think he's also doing a pivot and becoming now the content like creator, becoming the talent instead of being the one behind.
Okay. For sure. I mean, okay, so I know a lot of people were saying when the first Instagram came out, they're like, oh, this is a stunt. This is a stunt.
I said that too.
No, definitely not a stunt. I feel like if you read the statement, you saw there was frustration in it, right? And he didn't put, he was making it very known there's some things going on, right, behind the scenes. But I do feel like, because he said it many times, he's done everything. And I agree that he's ready to pivot. And being a celebrity stylist, especially to these A-list celebrities, you don't have a life. You don't have the freedom to do a lot. Like, you want to talk about a 360 deal? Like, when you are locked in, and their schedule is what's priority. So if you do want to do other things, I saw him just like walk the runway. I think he did a collab with Valentino. Like, you can't do that. You really can't do both.
Right.
You really can't do both. So I always knew it wasn't a stunt. I was actually, when I saw the statement, I was like, listen, all those things are, listen, how do I say this? More money, more problems, okay? So you would think Law is at the top of the game and things would be so much easier for him, but it's not like that. It's so much more pressure on you, so much more eyes on you. You are fighting every day. And it's, as I was a stylist at a much lower level than Law, and it was difficult getting into certain showrooms. Oh my God, it was a lot. It's a lot of work that goes into it. Is racism still alive, heavy in the industry? 100%. Like, yeah. So I just think he was ready to pivot, but I also feel like he was super frustrated. And mental health. Like, I think it was time for him to take care of himself. And so, yes, it was shocking, but I'm so excited to see what else Law does. He's so talented. You know, he already was on TV with HBO. Like, he is a talent within himself. So, yeah, it was shocking, but I'm happy for him. I think he's going to give us some heat.
Yes,
absolutely.
For sure.
I think people hear retirement and think he was going to disappear.
Yeah.
I never thought that.
Never.
Like, it was always just like, okay, so then what is next?
Yeah.
He said he's retiring from celebrity styling.
Yeah.
Right.
Sans Zendaya.
Yeah.
Like
He made that
that's
clear.
what it is.
Yeah.
So I think he'll, like she said, he'll do more TV. He'll be the star.
Yeah.
And, you know, he made the point of when his nephew had unfortunately passed, he was saying that I think he had only seen him twice.
Yeah.
At the point that his nephew had passed, he's just gonna get his life back. Like,
Yeah.
you belong to those celebrities.
You belong to them. You lose your life. You are missing weddings in your friends and family. You're missing birthdays. Like, it is such a sacrifice. Everyone just sees the final product, but they have no idea what it took to get there. Like, you are real, and he's done it for how many years? So it's time for him to find the balance that he's looking for.
Yeah, and it's like you're building this person up. You're at their service. Like, their whole team.
Yes.
You are providing a service.
Makeup artists, stylists, everyone is like at their service. So I get it. I am very excited to like see what he does next, and I'm sure it'll be something amazing.
Oh yeah,
like, I'm sure it will be. So I'm super excited.
I think he should do a reality show.
Like, about his life.
I don't think so.
Oh,
No.
I don't
want to see him on my
advise.
screen.
You want to see it?
I want to see him on my screen. And
so have you guys?
I don't
way.
advise many people doing reality TV.
Yeah, it depends how it's done. So was
depend on
it Styling Hollywood?
Styling Hollywood. Remember with Jason Bolden?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was great on Netflix.
See, but that was done beautifully. Yes.
Yeah.
That was
amazing.
exactly, and that
Yeah.
was
It depends
not
like the
like
platform.
Bravo.
Yeah,
drinks
it does
to
depend on the
table.
platform.
And that's
No.
right.
Not on Bravo, not
not
on
Bravo.
TV, not on VidCon, not on
Definitely.
BET, not on
It needs to be
VH1.
on that
If I see it on
positivity.
VH1,
Oh, not
then
VH1.
No,
Yeah,
no,
no.
no.
Zeus.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not on Zeus.
I was thinking it.
Zeus or Tubi.
I know Law got some
No.
better connections
I
than
don't
Zeus
want
now.
to see it there.
No.
No.
Yeah, it can be done well.
Yeah.
That was done very well.
Yes.
Yeah, that was on. I can't like. Well, at this point, it's probably not gonna come back because it's been a couple years. I think that was before the pandemic. The show.
Styling
Yeah, I don't
Hollywood,
think it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
love that.
But
like
I would
seeing,
love, like, I'm about to cry. I would love him to come back. I
It was
need more of
great,
them.
and then it just
was
wasn't.
great.
And then it just didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to see that. Okay, so let's talk about balance.
Yes.
So Gabrielle Union recently did an interview. She did an interview with Ebony, and she talked about the myth of balance. And she said, you can't be everything to everybody because one of those things isn't going to be amazing. Once I realized my husband is never asked how he balances it all because they don't assume that he has to balance. Bringing home a check and having a career, success is enough for him. I stopped subscribing to it. I was like, well, shit, if we're only holding certain people to those standards, then I'm just going to opt out and head out. So what are you guys' thoughts about the balance, the myth of balance? Do you feel like you have to have this perfect balance of like working out, taking care of your family, you know, juggling your career and just everything with life? Like, how do you handle it all? Like,
I think
or
you
do
said the
not?
perfect word.
like
It's a
to-
myth.
It's a myth, right? You guys agree with that? It's a myth.
Oh no.
The myth. It's
Yeah.
not a real thing. Balance. Okay, so
I was telling her on the elevator.
yeah, we just had a conversation
I'm
about
trying to
balance.
get married and have some kids.
She said she was.
Listen,
Oh my
Okay,
God.
I'm trying to get out
the
Yes.
street.
That's what she just said to me, right? And I said to, what did I say? Like, maybe wait. Like, you are so hot right now. Like, that's the
Yeah.
wave you don't want to miss. You want to ride the wave, okay? The kids
But the
thing.
balance look like this.
This is what the balance looks like sometimes. I said when I had my son pretty young, pretty much at the height of my career. I gave birth and I was on set across the country 9 days later. Like,
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I was 24 and on fire. I was producing I was doing so many things.
Yeah.
Yes, I knew I was having this baby. I thank God for a supportive partner.
Right.
But it was just like, he's like, no, like, this is a great opportunity. What did I go do? I think I went to like shoot a commercial. You know, the money's in commercial. So I was like, oh yeah, I gotta get the commercial. Gotta go to the commercial money. Went to style a commercial over in LA. So it was just like, balance doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. You just have to do the best you can. What did Mariah say? I'm doing the best I can with what I got.
I'll do the best I can with what I got.
Yeah,
No, seriously.
if I could get that tattooed, I will, okay? 'Cause that's just the reality. Sometimes things are going to fall short, and you feel guilty. As a mom, you will feel guilty. I'm on this plane, or I'm at this event. This boy is struggling with the math homework. I want to be there to help. I really can't help right now because I got to go network so I can secure this bag in 6 months. Because you always have to be thinking about what's next.
Yeah.
And so you just do the best you can. I would say without my husband, nothing is possible. Like, he is the most supportive partner. Women who do it by themselves, oh my God. Like, shout out to y'all, because I can't imagine doing it by myself. I have a village. I'm very lucky. That's the only reason why we haven't moved out of New York is because my mom is here.
Yeah.
Who helps us out. We leaving in 9 days to Morocco. Like, where am I going to get someone to watch my kids while I go frolic in Morocco for 10 days?
Right,
like,
right. Yeah.
It's like the village is so important.
Yeah.
The closest thing you want to get to balance is building the village. That's all I can say. Get the support. Don't try to do it by yourself because it is so hard.
Yeah.
You know, my mom is picking up one day. My sister could pick up the kids one day. Like, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Just for all of us to try to make it.
seriously.
It's hard.
Everything she said. You also don't want to be to that point. To Gabrielle Union's point, you will be a jack of all trades and a master of none.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's like, and two, it's like the certain things will always require different amounts of energy throughout life. I think that's the same thing too. Was it Michelle Obama that was talking about it too? Like, even in relationships, friendships, whatever. At some points, one friend will require more emotional energy and emotional support than the other person, and so on and so forth. So, balance does not exist. It's a myth. I think having it all, the concept of having it all is also a myth.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think a lot of times, like, a lot of us compare ourselves to these celebrities. I know some people are like, well, Beyonce does it all, or Rihanna, or whomever. But it's like, I always say, like, you have to realize that these people literally have a full team.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're not doing it like
resources.
Right. They have resources.
People say we have the same 24 hours as Beyonce. Well, do we have the chef?
Exactly.
Do we have the driver?
Hello.
Do we have the
And that goes back to what she said about building the village.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
like, we're doing the best, and that's why I always remind myself, give yourself grace. And I always say that because it's like, we're doing this without, like, we may have like a village, and I love, or friends and family that support you, but like, just not focusing on comparing yourself to someone that is like literally has a complete full-on team of people that are like helping them along the way, which is amazing. But like,
we also don't know if they feel balanced.
Right. They probably don't.
Do they feel balanced?
No,
or just
probably
like
not.
they,
Right, because they don't get a chance to go to everything for their kids all the time. Sure, and they don't get a chance to be at every family wedding or whatever. They're just making it work. So I totally agree. What about you? What about you, Ben?
I think, yes, I agree that balance is probably a myth, even though I do my best to work towards it. Maybe that's
but I think that's
issue
important
with that.
because too much of anything is still a bad thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So what I have tried to adopt here lately is just making certain things more of a priority.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that like I lose like speed here. It just means that right now I need to focus on this.
Yeah.
And still like 50% needs to be over here, and then I can divide the rest up and then be okay with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where I have been here
That's
lately.
doing the best you can with what you got.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Like, I'm gonna give what I can, and the rest can wait till tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna try my best.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's gonna have to wait till tomorrow because that's just.
I've had to
what
learn
it
that,
is.
to not beat yourself up of not checking everything off the to-do list.
Right.
You make these lists, and it's like, okay, I got 1, 2, and 3. Damn, I'm not gonna get to 4 and 5 today, and then
Maybe
you
copy
beat
and
yourself
paste
up.
the
and
next
it's like,
day.
yeah,
It's okay.
Yeah,
girl. Wait
it's
till
okay.
tomorrow.
No, it's
Like,
okay.
Nah.
For sure.
But I really want to drive home that point about building the village.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us, at least me here, I like to do things by myself, but that's not always like, not always. It is not the preferred way to do things. Like,
Don't do it by yourself.
I am learning time and time again that if I would just ask for a little bit of help, it would have been either more efficient, gotten done in a better way, been more polished. So yeah, I want to like really drive home that build a village.
Yeah.
Have people.
And I think 9 times
help.
out of 10, your village wants to be there for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't allow them to.
Take your pride out. It's this weird
It's
pride
that
thing
pride
that we all have in us. I don't know who put it in us. I don't know, but it's like.
Right.
Don't ask for help. Do it yourself. Just show people the final product. You know how many steps it took to get to the final product.
Right.
And if I would have asked for help, we probably would have got there twice as fast.
Exactly. And
yeah,
we
but
learn
it's a pride
over
thing,
and
and I don't know.
Yeah.
We gotta. It's a stigma.
Maybe it's a generation.
I'm getting over it, baby. I'm
Yeah.
doing my best.
Colonizer.
It's
Yeah.
a colonizer.
Exactly.
It's the colonizer.
Exactly.
But yes, so moving along,
Okay.
back to our fashion world. We've seen a lot recently with big celebrities partnering with other brands, like other fashion houses, and doing their best to put out content. Obviously, the Queen Bee herself partnered with Adidas, with Ivy Park.
Well, that's dead now.
That's what I said. We thought that she was losing the bag. No, actually, she gained one and got 2 more.
Yeah.
With Balmain. But then we also have Tiana Taylor, who was doing Pretty Little Thing, and we have Pharrell, who is over LVMH or just Louis Vuitton.
No,
It's
I think
just-
Louis Vuitton.
Just Louis
Louis
Vuitton
Vuitton.
men's, I believe. Yeah.
So my question is, when these big celebrities go in, like, are we expecting them to actually be the hands-on, they are creating these things, or are they just being the face of whatever is coming out of it?
Go ahead, Blake.
That depends on the
It depends on the person.
deal terms.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, no, seriously.
Depends on what they contract. There's some,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like,
Yeah.
it's, I don't like, that sounds so businessy, but it really depends on the deal terms. Some of these celebrities some of these brands are only looking for a face.
Yeah.
Some of them have the people on the inside doing the work, and they need a face. Like, a lot of times you see it as a push for this or push for that, but I don't think all these celebrities want to.
Right.
I also don't think everybody should.
Yeah, everybody
Agreed.
don't have the skill.
Everybody don't. Like, girl, just
Like-
sell your songs. and
Sell your
do what you gotta
songs.
do.
You know, not
Singer.
everyone has that designer eye. Not everyone knows how to get
Yeah.
that pen and paper going.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like some of these rappers. They not writing these lyrics, right?
It's just like when Disney would try to make every star be a singer.
A singer.
It's like, girl, pick it
Now,
up.
now.
Now, some of them have some
some-
bop
now-
though.
Now.
Because Raven
Holla
has
at
some
the
bops. We
DJ
know
and
Raven,
tell
she
them
don't
her-
count, but
Oh, Raven, also Coco Jones, obviously.
Well, yeah, Coco.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean,
But she
she's
really was a
amazing.
singer.
But she wasn't from the era where they was
Yeah,
Yeah.
She's younger.
playing
after.
with the,
She a little younger. yeah.
When did
the
was letting-
lightsaber.
Well, okay. First of all, Ben is 24.
Okay, first of all, don't put me out there like that.
I love that.
So, but
But I think that's important.
But it is important because it was like there was the Disney. It shifted really quick.
Right.
Yes.
We went from. So wait, were you around for the lightsaber?
That's why I
era?
say I watched all those shows. Even Stevens. Now they
Yeah.
probably were reruns, but I watched Even Stevens.
Well, I'm
No shade. I shade her all the time.
So did you see? Okay,
Only 4 years
wait. So
apart.
did you see when the montages when they were doing like the song montages?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
When they from
Okay.
different shows doing
Yeah.
all they did the one with the Lion King. They did one of the songs.
Where
for Lion
all the
King.
people would sing in the song.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
I
it was
did the
like Montana
lightsabers.
and
Yes,
everybody.
and
Yeah.
everybody
The
would sing.
original
I'm from that
Disney
era
movie.
when it was like every
doing
person.
toe
Xenon.
touches. I
Yeah.
watched Xenon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm on the cusp. I like to.
24 seems
I'm on
young
the
for
cut.
young in
Listen,
Disney terms.
I don't want to say
It does.
24 anymore. I'm 25.
You want to be
In a month.
My birthday's on the way, so I'm kind of
What does on the way mean?
like
It's
6 months?
A month
That's what I'm
away.
like.
It's a month. No, it's like it's a
Okay, so
month.
it's on the way.
Yeah.
So we
it's
crack up
OTW.
because I'm 28, about to be 29, and like it's only 4 years. But when we talk about certain things within social media or TV,
But
it's
but
so
social media
funny.
moves so fast.
Yes.
Right.
So there are.
Yes.
Right. Because
stark
I'd be like, oh,
differences.
yeah, because when I was in I think high school was like MySpace, I think. And he was like,
That always
"You was
cracks
on
me up. I'm
MySpace?" And
sorry.
I'm like, oh,
You were never on MySpace?
I was never
Never
on
on
MySpace.
MySpace. You would be
When
too young
I
for
got to
MySpace.
social media, it
Yeah.
was Facebook.
But you know,
Okay.
we
And
were
I
at the
legally
end of
had to use
MySpace.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were at the
We
end.
were at the end
we
of
were at
MySpace.
the end.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, it's so funny because I feel like 4 years is not a lot, but it kind of is when
It's
in
a
those
lot.
terms.
Listen,
it is.
he's never heard of MySpace. You know, I
Well,
met my husband because
okay,
he
now.
slid into my MySpace DM.
Okay,
I'm
now.
telling
He
you.
was in her top 5.
Listen, my husband found me on my other friend's top 5, and that's how we connected through
Yeah.
MySpace.
Not a love story. Where's Tom?
that. Where's
MySpace
Tom?
bringing love
Where are
together.
you, boo? Where are
Actually,
you?
that's who needs a show.
Oh, yeah. We
Oh,
would
I know
love to
Tom has some stories.
Stories.
I know he
Oh,
does.
yeah, for
Yes.
sure.
Tom definitely has some stories. But that same picture, that same
With that
icon
same
for
picture?
all
Come on,
these
I
things.
got it.
He need to get on
Like-
TikTok. I need story times from
To be aware, we have this running joke in Cocktails and Culture where like we'll say something and then 5 minutes later it is like
it'll happen.
All right,
it'll
come
happen.
on, Tom.
So Tom,
if we all open our phone and
get
see
it
Tom's
together.
first TikTok, I'ma die.
We're coming right back here.
Right, and we got to start. And you know, I was a billionaire.
Yeah,
like we want to know what's going on. How's life currently?
But yeah, that's always fun to like see that perception of like what I think was the thing versus what was her.
Yeah.
What was her thing.
So talking about the bigger brands and the collab and stuff like that. So there's a lot of conversation. Like we know Beyonce just got the Balmain deal, and then her and Ivy Park separated. So there's lots of conversation about like fans and just people in general feeling like Ivy Park and Beyonce's brand didn't really match with like her brand, because it seems like whatever Beyonce would sell would be like probably maybe not as affordable for people that are her fans, possibly. Maybe.
Yeah.
But do you guys feel like the Ivy Park and the Beyonce collaboration like fitted her, like her?
I never thought that it was in my opinion, I never thought that it was a brand ethos problem. I thought it was a merchandising problem.
Okay.
So when I, in my opinion, when I look at athleisure, you have to have consistent things that people can always go to.
Yeah, that's true.
And I felt like it was always big drops.
Right.
So if a girl just needed a sports bra,
Right.
or a quick thing, it was a little bit harder to attain. I love this stuff.
Yeah.
But
There's
I
definitely
just
some
think,
cute
I think, like, for example, you look at like an Aloe Yoga.
Yeah.
Aloe will have stuff, and that price point is higher than Ivy Park.
Yeah.
And granted, who they market to is different.
Right.
But I also, this notion that black women don't spend money is all
right. It's
ridiculous.
not even right.
That's not true either. So it's like in my opinion, if it feels like you're always chasing a drop.
Yes, I didn't think about.
We have drop fatigue.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like if I would love if I could just pop in and see if I wanted a
Right. Because if I see another damn Skims collection, it's a Skims collection every day. I love
but,
Skims.
but what she does merchandising perfectly is you can always go back.
You can go
She
back
said
to it.
She
all
has
the
the
girls love
regulars.
them can we curse on here?
Yeah.
All the girls love them fucking rib dresses.
Yeah.
She saw the reaction and said, "We're going to always have rib
Always have a
dresses,
rib.
Yeah.
and we'll have certain colors."
She has more
come in and come
basics,
out."
so
She
that works.
keeps, you know what I'm
She
saying?
keeps it.
Ivy Park didn't keep
Yeah, they didn't
a
keep
basic.
I think
I would
Ivy
have
Park,
loved to see Ivy Park basic.
along with
Yeah.
that, Ivy Park also went through a pivot as well.
Yeah.
So when it first started, it started because athleisure was like a really popular thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, so when I feel like when it started originally and it was just her, it was better because they had the staple sports bra, they had the leggings, they had the joggers. I remember going to Top Shop and buying it. Like,
Yes, it was in Top
right.
Shop.
She
I
had
forgot
more,
about
and I
that.
also
Yep.
feel like she had
Yep.
more like control over it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then she partnered with Ivy Park. She partnered with Adidas, and then the pandemic happened, and then that's where the drop fatigue started to happen. Like we were at home,
chasing.
we weren't getting no albums. We were going after clothes.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I was
like,
getting the big boxes.
Yes.
I was wishing that she sent.
Oh my God, I wanted a big box so
yeah, it's
bad.
You can still send us one if you like.
I mean, we're
But
still
everything that we
accepting.
say comes true
At
on
this
here.
point,
So,
right? At this point,
a
it's
Balmain
vintage.
box,
Oh
please.
yes.
I'll take a piece or
yes,
two.
Yes, yes.
Okay, from that collection, which is your favorite?
I loved Alien Superstar.
That is my.
I talked about it. She just looks so regal. She
Yes.
just looked, oh my God. Like, no, we don't have no visuals,
Yes.
but we could imagine.
Yes. I think those are the visuals.
Right.
But they are the visuals. Somebody has said
Yeah.
that they think
It's not-
Virgo's Groove is the one that we haven't seen, right?
No, I think Cuff It we haven't seen.
Cuff It we haven't
Yeah.
seen.
And
They
they
say
said
that that's
she's gonna wear it
be,
at the Met.
Yep.
That's what they say.
Cuff It's
They
gonna
all-
be
I
the
like that rumor.
Met.
That's what they say,
Oh,
and then they
that's
say the visuals are gonna come on the 4th of April because she loves the number 4.
But I don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't know. Visuals are not
That's not
coming.
gonna happen.
I don't think the visuals. are
I
gonna
think if
happen.
Beyonce
either.
could send out a PSA, she'd be like, "Stop asking me for this."
I think you're
I don't
gonna
think
see it
that's
on
gonna
tour. I think it's gonna be like a
Yes.
whole movie playing.
Yes.
Are you guys going?
Yes,
I got
need
my
her to
tickets.
descend here.
Here. Okay.
I need her to descend.
Yeah, I'm going
from a
here.
horse.
Absolutely.
Nice.
A crystal horse.
Absolutely.
God.
That would be
I
I
cannot
need
nice.
it to come out the sky.
Are you in Club Renaissance? Because I'm not.
Well,
I'm
so
one floor up.
I'm going with
See,
I'm
I
going with a
wanted-
brand.
Oh, nice. So you're gonna have a nice
nice.
box.
So I
You'll
do
have a
hope-
great seat.
I do hope.
I
so.
do
You'll have a
hope
great
so.
seat. Yeah.
We'll be watching your socials.
Usually when a brand asks you to go to Beyonce, your response is not, "Where are we sitting?"
Yeah.
Right.
So I just said yes, but
Yeah.
my hope is.
Well, I'll probably be off social media for a while because I'm going the very, very last show in New Orleans.
Oh, wow.
And I don't want
It's gonna be
to be
no.
ruined.
Someone tells me she's gonna.
It's gonna be different. Big Frida's gonna
Yeah.
be there. I know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think for me though, out of that collection, my favorite is the Energy, the braided one.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
The black. It's
I
black,
love
right?
that one.
Yeah.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
my all-time favorite.
I like the.
So I have a little bit of a different perspective on why Beyonce,
Oh, sorry. Yes.
why the drop didn't work. Yes, we had drop fatigue, but I also feel like now the mystery of Beyonce is not going to help her sell things.
Yes.
She said that all the
I
time.
always say
So
Mm-hmm.
we're not, the girls are not buying it because we don't even see you in it. We don't have no streetwear picture of you. Do you like it? Like, I want to see that you like
Exactly.
it. So I know that I like almost. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like we see Rihanna, is she in the streets? If she's going to her favorite restaurant, she's wearing that Fenty.
Yep.
You know, so it's like, okay, what is she wearing? And then 5 minutes later, her makeup artist will jump on. It's like, oh, you guys saw this picture of Rihanna?
Yep.
This is what she was wearing.
Exactly.
Boom. So everything's sold. You know, so you have to like be the product.
Yeah.
And you know, Beyonce's from that old school world where
Yeah.
privacy is very important, and I respect it. But in this world, especially these Gen Z, people want to feel connected to you. People want to feel connected to what you're selling them. And if you just gonna give us professional photos
Yeah.
every 4 months, I'm not buying it.
Gen Z weeds through the BS. So
Oh
oh,
man.
you're Gen Z.
Yeah.
Am I?
You are
I
at
think so.
24.
I think
You're
it's
Gen Z.
You on this cusp.
maybe officially I could be, but mentally I don't feel like I am.
Yeah.
I don't.
I'm dead.
You're a mental millennial.
I'm a
I'm
mental
dead.
millennial.
I love that for you.
like, but yeah, I agree.
But we didn't see her in it.
I
so
agree.
the girls are
I
not going to buy
agree.
it.
And that's why I always say I feel like Rihanna is the most marketable celebrity because it's more believable.
100%.
With her. It's like, and then also I always say too, I don't think Beyonce wants to be like, you know, I don't really think like Rihanna wants to be, I'm not saying she wanted to be a billionaire, but like she wanted to start these companies of her own, and like they just match so heavily with her brand that it just makes sense. And I think like Beyonce is just like, it just feels like Beyonce is like up here and just so unattainable. And it feels like, I feel like with Rihanna, even though she's Rihanna, I still feel like
she's your girlfriend.
Yeah, like
my
I just
homegirl.
feel more
Like, if you were
connected to her
me,
on that
I know we would
level.
have such a good time, like
Right.
because she has showed us that side of her with the wall down, and Beyonce hasn't.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, I get it. Like that's her brand, like that's
Yeah.
what she is. But I think like, you know, she doesn't really have this a product. Honestly,
She really don't.
That's what I'm saying.
She really don't.
She doesn't.
That's why she could go into
She's
couture
like,
because
I am
she
just
knows.
going to rock these
I
songs.
am just that,
Yeah.
exact. I say that all the time.
And she does.
is not about
Renaissance.
She is about the
Renaissance
artistry.
is a product.
Yeah.
Honey.
Exactly.
And she's getting that sale.
Oh, she sure
enough did.
She
That
sure
sale.
got the.
Yeah.
And that's why I thought the couture line was so on brand for her.
So
That's what I'm
You know,
saying.
that's
Yes.
that's a
It's
perfect
more of
realm
that.
for you. Like that's what we want to see. You give us visuals.
Right.
I can't go and purchase a dress. You know what I mean?
right.
It's more selective. It's probably only a few pieces mailed. Like that is Beyonce.
Yeah, the girls ain't getting boxes.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's
Oh,
not
no,
her
and,
NPR.
and the girls that like it will be a different type.
It's gonna
of,
be Kelly and Michelle.
Yes.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe her cousin Angie. Maybe
Yeah.
she might get one too.
Maybe
Yeah.
Miss Tina.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
But
We'll
that's
see
what
like
I'm
Michelle
saying.
Obama. Like it will be that level
Yeah.
of like.
Right. But that's why I was saying, like, Beyonce's, I feel like her things that she would sell collab with is stuff that her average fan probably could not afford. And even though that is the case, I feel like it just matches her. So it's like, okay, it's great, but we love to see the pictures where we post the pictures, even though we might
when
can't
her
buy
and
it.
Jay-Z signed up with Tiffany's.
Right.
Fab.
Fabulous.
Right.
It's perfect
Beautiful.
for them.
That is on brand.
Exactly.
Like, that's
The
what
most
we want to see.
expensive, wasn't it the most expensive diamond?
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like that's where she needs to stay. Don't worry about this athleisure.
Yeah. Don't worry about us. We gonna get there.
We good.
We gonna buy it. We gonna buy it. Don't worry about us. Just do what you do.
Just keep touring. sis.
Exactly.
Give us the music.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
So let's get into the game.
Let's get into some games.
Oh my
You
God,
wanna make some games? Oh, okay.
I know there were games.
Yes. I'm
Yes.
getting me another
Oh,
sip.
fun. Alrighty, so we are ending, or are we ending? I think we're still in the middle of it. Our award red carpet season.
Okay.
Right? So I'm gonna.
I know a
we're
little
gonna
bit
go
about
through-
that.
Oh.
Real high.
So what we're gonna do? We're gonna
Okay.
go through just like a couple of celebrities.
Okay.
I pulled 3 photos of each between, like last fall into this year,
Okay.
and we'll from the 3 we'll talk about like what was your favorite.
Okay.
Or,
Awesome.
what would you like to do better? Whatever.
What you would change?
What you would change?
I'm a fashion police.
Or what's your favorite? You know.
Yes.
Listen, I will say someone made a video of me and Blake saying that we need to be on Fashion Police, and
the girls need to
like you said, everything
and
that we talk here
and
happens.
they put Nikita Joy on there.
Yeah,
and it was
I was so here for it.
Yeah,
I would watch.
We're speaking into existence. Everything happens.
Let me help
here,
with the branding.
Everything.
Just call me.
Yeah.
I'll send you guys. I'll make sure you guys are
Listen.
good. The branding is good. Everything's good. Call me.
Okay.
Okay.
So
let's start.
a red carpet review.
Okay.
Okay. So first up, we have Cardi B. I have her at the Grammys Clive Davis party. Okay. I have her at the Oscar Vanity Fair after party, and of course at the Grammys.
Oh wow, Cardi. What would I change? Nothing. This is perfection. Her and Colin are an amazing duo.
Yes.
I love everything about it. What do you feel like? You want to? If I had to get rid of one, these three, I really can't. You know, Cardi has been a fashion girl for a long time. Yep. People don't give her the respect. I don't know why.
She's a New York girl. The New York girls are fashion girls.
Yeah.
It might not be couture girls.
Yeah.
But these New York girls.
But once she got the window into couture and she went to Paris, she wanted. She was really trying to make a name for herself, and she's done it. Her and Colin is an amazing duo. I love all of the looks.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't change any. The hair, the makeup.
That hair and makeup gonna always.
It's gonna always fit.
She's still with Tokyo for doing her hair.
She sure is.
Oh, I love her.
And with Erica for makeup.
Yeah,
yep.
It's perfection. Cardi,
you can't.
Cardi's glam team. Listen, the budget.
The leather's my favorite.
Okay.
The leather's your favorite? Out of all of them, not the blue?
It's okay. So you know what I love about Cardi is even in couture, it feels relatable to Cardi.
Yes.
Okay.
You never feel like she's a fish out of water. And her and Colin have struck the perfect balance of like this girl from the Bronx.
Yeah.
Who likes couture. Like it never feels. And I don't know, the brown leather just gives it. And the hair, this bang.
It was a little mullet.
This wet bang.
Yeah, she did the mullet. It was beautiful.
Not the bang.
It just, I love it. I love Cardi.
I just like the girls who like to experiment and step out the box. You know,
Cardi ain't never gonna say no to a look.
Right.
It could be crazy. It could be rubber. It doesn't matter. She's gonna suffer for the look. She's gonna bring it. Yeah.
Yes, she will suffer for the look. Ooh.
And I love people that like to suffer for the look because fashion hurts.
Tell she
okay.
Love that.
Sometimes a dress is 25 pounds. What you don't like?
Okay.
What?
I have one thing too.
What?
First of all, I love all these looks. I don't. Maybe it's just a picture. Cause you know what? Cause I learned from your videos that sometimes a picture may not hit it. You know, hit it right. It might be more beautiful
in motion. Sometimes the stand-still photography, depending on the angle, depending on the lighting, it could really mess up a look.
I would just say the blue. I feel like the midsection part is kind of like a little weird. Like the part is kind of like, you know what I mean?
Right here it looks like that.
Yeah, right here.
Right, but from other angles it didn't.
From other angles
it was really tailored to perfection. Hard to see. Tell me what the problem is.
Friend, I'm not feeling the brown leather.
Ooh, I love that.
I love the mullet. But I think it also, I don't know.
This also is not a great angle.
It's not. Because their picture she posted look better.
But out of all of these, I think the blue was the one that
stand out?
Yeah, the blue was beautiful.
We'll remember it next year's Grammys.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, it's always about trying to get a memorable moment, and that's something we'll remember. Yeah.
Now this one, Zendaya, we have her at the Emmys, NAACP Awards, and at the Screen Actors Guild Awards.
She did so
okay.
well
they always
this season.
I just,
which is funny because it was only one weekend. She popped out for one weekend.
We were all like
4 looks.
And now we're like, where you been at?
We didn't see her all season.
With the ball.
Oh my God, that hair was legendary. Okay.
I'm here for everything.
What's my favorite? I think it's gonna be the bob. That bob moment when she stepped out. I believe it's Versace. This is nice. The black, I remember this little princess moment. Like it was really gorgeous, really simple. The diamonds. Oh my God, the diamonds.
That's the pink.
Shigo. That's she.
Oh, you like the
I love the Shigo.
Shigo. It was Shigo for me.
Yes, that one was beautiful. Zendaya just always
she wears the clothes. The clothes don't never wear her.
Exactly.
The clothes never wear her.
And you know what's so funny? It's the opposite effect, I feel like, between Zendaya and Cardi. The way she said that even whatever she wears, she's still a girl from the Bronx. Zendaya's personal style is so opposite of the runway, but it never feels like she's in a costume.
Right.
You know,
right.
it's like
right.
she's extremely casual, extremely dressed down. When we see her on her street style, it's really a t-shirt and jeans she's gonna give you 90% of the time. Right. But then when it's almost like she embodies somebody, she's channeling somebody.
It's like her alter ego.
It's like her alter ego when she hits these carpets. Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
I love that. Zaya. Now we have Quinta Brunson.
Oh,
I have her at the NAACP Awards, the Essence Black Women in Hollywood, and Screen Actor Guild Award.
Okay.
She and Brian are another match made in heaven.
You know, Brian
don't get enough credit.
Brian did not get any love this year from the Hollywood Reporter, which was very disappointing because him and Quinta had an amazing season.
Oh my God.
But him and Marseille.
Yeah.
Marseille has been.
That's what I'm like.
There's another one.
Brian deserves. Brian.
So the fact that he was not included on that top 25 was very disappointing.
Justice for Brian.
Justice for Brian, for sure. Okay, so which one you want me to talk about? The one I don't like.
The one you don't like.
Which is so funny because I didn't even talk about it on my channel because. You know, I ain't gonna put my girl down. I just skipped it.
We love her so much.
I love her. Love both these looks. This middle one, the Essence one.
It's not good. So the thing is, I agree, for her frame.
For her,
she is all of four. She's at a whopping 4'11".
She's so tiny, and that's what Brian does an amazing job of making her look 5'10". Like
the shell, the black and white was perfect.
Oh my God, this black and white is unbelievable.
Did her.
And they always like to give her a little height on the top to even make it longer. I love that. The pink is not my favorite. Pink is not my favorite. The shell is incredible. And this silver, I believe it's Dolce. You know, I'm not gonna get into that, but I like the design.
The girls are in Dolce again.
The girls are heavy.
Like, what is going on?
Beautiful gowns.
Yeah, I completely agree. I don't love the pink. I don't like the hair with it either.
Yeah.
It was the other look that she wore. I can't remember what award show it was. A whole bunch of like stuff. I don't even remember.
It was like the sequin one was like had a little black little.
It was like black and pink and this and this. It was just like all these colors. I don't know if it was like floral. Maybe it was like some flowers.
Maybe that was at the Vanity Fair product party, and that was also Dolce & Gabbana custom. Yeah. But the problem with a little trick for the petite girls, you don't want to do this neckline. It's making you small. So shoulders out. Show all of this all the time.
Yeah.
It's just gonna make you look longer. This round neck, it's not good.
Yeah. And I don't like the sleeves. It's giving like church.
Sleeve
with the hair.
The sleeve with the hair, that balance. There was no balance there. So yeah.
Church. Okay. Keeping it with our Abbott Elementary family, we have Tyler James Williams.
Okay.
Not the pause.
Not the pause.
I thought you were doing Auntie Cheryl.
Right. Because Auntie Cheryl.
Oh my God. And Auntie Cheryl has been styled by her daughter all season.
Yes.
Which we love.
Yes, we love that.
So I never knew that until
Coco.
Yes, Coco.
I didn't know that until what just happened? Was that the Oscars? Mm-hmm. So I was talking about this look from Fan Bing Bing. And they were like,
oh, yeah,
Cheryl's daughter.
She was beautiful.
Yeah, but then everyone in the comments was saying, Cheryl's daughter wore this already. She wore this already. She wore this. And I was like, really? I never. So then I looked it up. And then her daughter did wear the same look. Yep. I think to like the NAACP Awards.
Oh.
But it was styled completely different. She wore it with like Bantu knots. Fan Bing Bing did like a retro hairstyle with a red lip. It was styled completely different. They both look phenomenal.
Yeah.
But that's when like her daughter got on my radar. I did not realize that she was like her stylist. That wasn't.
But I love that dress you're talking about.
Yeah, it was. I think it was Tony Ward. It was
that
beautiful.
That was my favorite one from the Oscars.
Yeah.
Together. Okay, so Tyler James Williams.
Okay.
What do you think?
Let me look at Tyler.
Is he doing it for the guys?
He has a great.
Who's styling him?
Suits. I don't know.
I don't know who his stylist is. Okay, so what I will say is I like the fact it's not classic, right? That he is trying something different.
Yes.
This little. Listen, we have multiple silhouettes here.
Multiple.
Which I like the experimentation. I like it. I like this. Okay, come on, Blake. I like that he does something different. You know, it's very difficult for men.
And that's why I brought him up.
Yeah, it's very difficult for men. There's some people he has.
I do think it makes him look shorter.
Yeah.
Which one? All of them? Well, I think that's
the
why they
two
do
on the ends.
so much.
It makes him look shorter rather than, and he's a longer guy.
Yeah, like his torso.
Yeah, that's why I don't know why they keep gravitating to crop jackets for him. That's a little strange, but okay. But I like the fabric of that one, the little tie dye looking. That's something different.
Yes, I like the. I do like the pattern.
I like the pattern.
I thought it was fun. I like the beat. So
yeah.
It's hard for guys. I feel like it is because it's like. Most of the guys on the red carpet, it just be boring. I
So boring.
Give tuxedo.
Austin Butler gives us a moment.
I don't.
You think so?
He do.
I do.
I think he's just fine, but that's about it.
Yeah, he does pretty classic stuff.
Well, so I think
I
it's
think
like
you're entranced with his hair. You know, he's very.
Yeah.
it's coiffed.
The hair is coiffed.
He embodied the whole Elvis. Like he still talking.
That's
Elvis. I'm like,
yes,
that's a little
not
strange.
right.
let it go.
Now that's a little strange.
Snap out.
Give it up.
Let it go.
Give it up.
Okay. Keep it in. Oh, go. Nope.
No. So like, that's interesting that you think he brings it. I think he brings a certain appeal.
So I will say I love a well-tailored tux.
Yeah.
on a man.
Same.
Like even like, and so what I will say is Austin will do color.
Yeah, I've seen him in burgundy.
Not many of push, but I just love a well tailored
Well tailored. That's
Yeah.
important.
tux.
Very important.
Now, this is a personal favorite of mine.
Okay.
I think he probably, out of all the men, has probably done the best in my opinion. Or maybe his looks I would wear. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
So therefore the
I'll
best.
put that out there. Yeah, okay.
Drop the name. Let me see.
Jeremy Pope.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
So when
Yes,
she
yes,
was about to say, also,
Yes,
in my mind, I'm
yes,
thinking
Jeremy
Pope
Yes.
really pushes it
Yeah.
All
on
the
the carpet.
time.
Yeah, no, he's fabulous.
Yeah.
He's oh my
Jeremy
God, I
don't
remember
let
this
the
white one
clothes
from the
wear
Tony
him
Awards.
either.
I love
He
the white
is
one.
so chic. I love this.
The
I wasn't
aesthetic
crazy
line.
about the leather at the Golden Globes only because of where it was. I love the look, but it was more giving me Grammys than
Yeah.
Golden Globes, but I love it. The tailoring on his is amazing.
And he fine.
And he
Yeah.
fine.
That does
That's the
sound
most
Sometimes he
good.
does
important
no
part.
shirt.
That'll
I
hurt.
love that. No, he's one to watch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's exciting to see on the carpet for sure. Love Jeremy Pope.
This
Style is
Vanity,
amazing.
this Vanity Fair moment was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Vanity
That was
Fair
my
after
favorite
party
one.
8.
I've been looking for
It's Vanity Fair was good. Yes.
It was way more better looks to me at the after party than.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
They were
Oh,
Absolutely.
always.
eating at that after party.
There's also like a better guest list at the vanity party.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
be
Ain't
honest.
nobody trying to go to the Oscars.
Exactly.
Sit down and
It's long. It's boring.
there's no food.
There is no food.
Yeah, I love it.
It's really about the after
I
party
know he was
or
hot
like
when
Elton
they go
John's
to-
party. Like
Oh,
yeah.
that's a lot of leather.
Yeah, that's a lot of leather.
It was a lot.
I know
Yeah.
he was hot.
Yeah, right.
Suffer for the look, guys.
And he's
It's
in a
okay.
turtleneck.
Right. Sometimes you
Jesus.
gotta
Leather
suffer for the
turtleneck.
look.
Okay, now this one actually surprised me. I don't know why, because her looks on her show always gives. But Z-Way, we have 3 looks from
Oh, okay.
Love.
her premiere for the show.
They're turning her into a fashion girl.
And I love what's
love it.
happening.
They're turning her into a fashion girl.
I love what's happening here.
Oh, I lost Z-Way. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. She's coming. Oh, I missed Cheryl. God, here's Z-Way. Okay, so I remember the Vanity Fair part. Amazing. I loved it. I
We
loved
had
the
just saw it on
hair.
runway, yes.
It was really, really stunning. Are these older pictures of her or this recent?
Those are recent, but they are from 2022.
Oh, okay.
So, like,
So her style is evolving
Yeah.
because I'm seeing growth.
No,
in
they
all of
recently. It
these-
was like a 2023. They were like, we're turning
all
Z-Way
this
into a
year.
fashion girl.
Yeah.
Well,
Love
good
it.
for her. This look I'm obsessed with.
Yeah.
These 2 we could pass, but we could see the evolution. So yeah, amazing. I mean, I feel like that last Vanity Fair look
Ooh.
really shows like her personality. She has such a big personality.
The hair, she looks fucking great.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
good. I love the mini
And the abs,
platform.
goodness.
There.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
I love with the hair.
Because like Z-Way was at Fashion Week. I feel like she was
Yes,
the
There.
front
yeah.
rows.
Yeah, she was
Yes,
front row.
I love this
Yeah,
for
she
her.
was outside.
Yeah. Actually, she-
Maybe she's entering a new era.
I can't wait to
Oh,
see if she'll
yeah.
give us looks like
Def-
those. Is her show still going? Are they bringing it
think
back
so.
for another?
I hope they
I would
do
love
that.
to see it give this
But
on
now
the
on
show.
her show, her fashions are always
Yeah, her fashions are cute.
like.
Yeah, whoever
But it
does
does.
her.
It still gives like sit down talk show. It's not
Right.
Like,
That's
Yeah.
why I'm like, I
but
wonder
it's
if
still,
we could,
like, elevate it
if
just a
she'll
little
give
bit.
us.
Yeah.
Something.
Or
I love.
Yeah.
something.
Love it.
She's one to watch.
Okay, and then I'm gonna do one more, and we'll go to our second game. The mother herself, Angela Bassett.
Oh, Angela. You know,
I
her
love
stylist. Her
Angela.
stylist just got honored by the Hollywood Reporter, Jennifer Austin. Which is so interesting because I really only like one of these pictures.
Tell me which one, and let's.
This
be on
one, the
oh.
mosquito is just so beautiful. Oh my God, this
Yeah.
look will live in my head rent free. The purple royalty, you know? And the fit, everything is just so incredible. The diamond was the perfect, everything about this was perfect. These 2, I remember I talked about both of them. I liked them,
Mhm.
okay? Just didn't love them, especially this middle one.
Yeah.
What does that remind you of? It's giving Macy's. It's giving Michael Kors. Listen.
It does give off the rack.
It's giving off the rack, and I don't like that for
rack.
Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. And this one was nice, but this sleeve.
The bell was just too much.
Whew, the sleeve. But I love her in purple.
Yeah.
But that Moschino was, it was phenomenal.
I was not a fan of the Moschino.
You didn't like it?
I did not.
Oh my God, what
I
you
love the
didn't like
color.
about
I
it?
think she looked great in it. I think it was just the gown itself.
I like
okay.
It to me, I told my grandma, I said, it just looks like when you are laying in the bed and you get twisted up in the sheet.
Okay.
And you can't get out.
Okay.
That's what it gave to me. That's what it gave to me. But I think she looks beautiful either way, but I think the dress for me just wasn't there.
Okay. So you're not a fan of the draping?
Not a fan of the draping.
Okay.
For me, I think that it's more of a glam. I'd love to see a different glam.
Yeah.
I'd love to see a different hairstylist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, them arms gon' arm.
Yeah.
Every time.
Stunning.
Them arms gon' arm.
Let's see. Yeah, I love the purple. Oh no, yeah, I don't like the lavender. The lavender one.
Yeah.
But it gets like a fine first lady.
It does. That bell sleeve definitely gives.
Like a.
This is the pastor's anniversary.
Yes.
It's a gala.
I don't want that for my Angela Bassett.
Yes.
I don't want that.
Yes, it's the anniversary.
You know what? Sometimes I be
You're
thinking
being
like,
honored.
does her team realize that she's Angela Bassett?
You know.
Did the thing.
Like,
they don't know. They need to wake up.
They need to wake up. Honey.
She is our queen.
She is our queen. She is not a first lady. Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to go into the housewife style evolution. So basically, we're going to be looking at a few different housewives. And we're going to look at the
I'm about to be
evolution.
underwhelmed and underwhelmed.
Oh,
and who do we think that just, maybe is an MVP at the end? Like, who really was the one that kind of got through?
Dorit. Oh my gosh, we should have put
Dorit is the
there.
housewives. Dorit is the best dressed housewife.
Okay. All right.
But these new New York
I'm gonna say
girls,
one of them.
these new New
One
York
of them.
girls
Good
are
for
about to
them.
come in swinging. I think scout the city, like scout the city. These, I think the new New Yorkers
I'm excited.
gonna come and.
I'm just
I'm gonna
interested
tune
to
in.
see
I'm
what
definitely tuning in.
I'm gonna tune in because I feel like they're trying to
They
make
wiped the
a little
cast.
bit. They did wipe.
They
the
said
cast
we're
clean.
done with all of y'all.
Yeah.
But like, is it gonna be the same formula? I don't know. These women that they have for the new one are like real, like working women. Like these are women with like careers.
Yes.
So like the formula of just a housewife who just want to gossip can't be the formula.
Maybe it's
for this
giving them married to medicine methodology.
Methodology.
Maybe.
Yeah, we could see their careers and see them in their actual natural element, and then they come together for dinners or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm interested to see what the new formula for New York is going to be because that last season, Ebony
It was
tried
not.
what she could do, but it didn't work out.
We're seeing Ramona be pegged as W.E.B. Du Bois is something that will stay on my spirit
W.E.B. Du Bois.
for.
It was something. Yeah,
Okay.
I want to see what they're going to bring with the new ones for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna tune in because I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I be watching Atlanta and Potomac. I don't really.
I've really expected New Jersey. You need to start season 1. New Jersey season 1 through 3. Peak television.
It's just
Okay.
Oh my God. New
Chasing
Jersey-
Danielle Staub through the brownstone. Like, y'all, they were suing each other's children.
Yeah, the brownstone was
That was
legendary.
OG Real Housewives drama.
Yeah.
Suing your friend's
Oh
child.
my God, I had to style Carolyn Manzo one time.
There's a lot of tea there. You know, the streets can't stand her now.
Listen, I have no comment. I had a great experience with Carolyn Manzo. I don't need the mafia coming for me, okay?
You're right.
She was
I
fabulous.
She was wonderful. We loved it. Thank
we
you.
love her, girl.
Yeah.
Love Carolyn. Yes.
Okay, so let's get into our first housewife, which is one of my favorite, Nene Leakes, honey. So we know when we seen Nene Leakes hit the housewife scenes, it was different.
Yeah.
And she
She went to
keeps
the cow neck, called the tops.
give you some. Just go back in time to get.
Oh, I love Lenithia Leaks.
Yes, love
Lenithia.
Lenithia. Lenithia, we'll have you on the show soon. We want you to be on the
Baby,
Come on the show, Lenithia, because
I love Lenithia.
show. Me too. That's my
I
girl.
think I'm loving the style evolution. She gives your very rich Atlanta auntie.
yeah.
That's what she gives. Now,
Yeah, early
Now.
days was the early days.
Yeah,
I'm-
But in the early days, it still gave your.
oh, it still gave.
No, it
oh,
still gave.
It still
Okay.
gave.
At the time.
right.
Listen, in the words of Lenithia Leaks, they make it for you in your style.
This is off the runway.
They
We're
don't
gonna talk
make
about
those sizes for the runway.
Girl, you better
They
pull. You
don't.
better zip this zipper down and see what this is, honey.
I don't know.
They make them when you got the coins.
Really?
You can buy them at the runway, bitch. They will get your size.
Now this is off the runway.
She never lied.
And she wasn't lying.
And she wasn't.
The queen of all queens.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love Nene. Love Nene. She gives.
I love Nene.
Not this 24-year-old about to drag.
Right. Drag Queen Lydia.
No, I
you
love
better
the
get
mother.
find you some
I love
respect.
the queen mother. I think it is. I'm gonna agree. It does give that auntie that you go visit her house in the summer.
And she got all the
y'all have good
bags.
fun.
She got all the bags.
Oh, she has all the bags.
Everything is
Take you
white.
shopping.
Everything is crystal. Yeah. It's a
Oh
lifestyle.
yeah, a lot of gold.
I think
Yeah.
she definitely has some great evolution, but I still see like
You think
some
she
of
needs
the same
more?
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Nene put on for the like super tall girls, like the
Yeah.
5'10" girls, and with the long legs, long everything. So,
But I
don't
think
know.
there's a niche for it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? For the
Yes.
Atlanta auntie who got the coin.
Yeah.
Who likes wearing a lot of
And there's
logos.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So my second favorite housewife, Karen Huger.
Oh, Karen done evolved, honey.
Karen looks younger.
Karen
100%.
fabulous. Now I'm gonna be honest. I hate all reunion dresses. I've never seen a reunion ever. I've never seen a reunion.
Not the yellow one.
I've never seen a reunion dress in Real Housewives history that has spoken to me. Well, no.
No,
Yeah.
the black
That is
the
not
black
true,
housewives of Atlanta.
I can't. Y'all, I don't.
You didn't like
Wait, but not the one when they was in the dungeon.
I personally hate.
You don't
No,
like the-
not when they were in the dungeon.
Not
I
when they
think
was
the
in the
dungeon was besides Candy.
No.
Not when they was in the dungeon. That was probably the worst.
No.
You know who has given me a
Really?
good
Yeah.
moment? I forgot who it was. Salt Lake City. The one who.
You lost me there, baby.
I personally hate prom over the top prom looking dresses.
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
them.
So you might be talking about Lisa Barlow.
I think
'Cause
Lisa
she's
Barlow.
probably the most chic on
She
that show.
is.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, Lisa Barlow and Dorit, neck and neck for me. Oh, I love Karen Huger. Karen looks younger. She's
Yeah.
finer. She don't let Ray forget it.
Yeah.
Period.
And what does she say? His mistress looks like me.
They had to draw
A young, beautiful
Yeah.
woman.
Yeah.
Young.
That's what she said. A young, beautiful woman.
That
Yeah.
looks just like. And actually,
Oh, Juan's
That
mistress.
woman looks just
woman looks just like her.
her.
She said, "I might tell you a joke, but I'll never tell you a
When I
lie."
saw that on TikTok, I said,
that.
No,
Yeah.
it was
Oh,
the
wait.
drawing for me. I was like, nah, y'all did Karen
They
too
were
wrong with
so
that.
dirty
Nah,
with that
they were
edit.
so.
They were
just for it
dirty.
to come back and that girl looked just like Karen.
That's
Yeah.
My friend, why you choose these pictures of Karen?
Kern.
Kern.
Listen, because this
She has some good confessional moments.
Oh,
she has
She does
better
her
confessional.
confessional.
Kern has
Yeah.
good confessional moments.
Yeah.
Except some of the wigs. I don't like all the wigs.
Baby, she gonna give us.
Sometimes I know one time she did like the mushroom.
Yeah, I don't
That was a
like
little
one.
strange.
I
But
didn't
you know,
like
Everybody have weird
I
wigs.
love it when Kern does
Or
the
was that-
wilds. I just
Yeah.
think I'm a Ladom.
yeah.
Yes, we are
Okay.
Definitely, we are
Ladons.
So
Yeah.
I just live for Karen.
Wait, what they said? They asked Robin. So what was your person he called?
Boring.
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 Oh wait.
Oh God.
It was so funny. Everybody's reaction. Candace go, who?
Oh, okay. So next we have Portia. So this is the black look I was saying. I
love.
I think Portia gave because so back when I was in college.
I didn't say anything. You paused for me
And
to
you
make
were
a
in
moment.
middle school.
I was in preschool. and-
Okay, so when I was in college, it's so funny because I feel like we were business casual
Yeah.
to the club, and it's so
my
embarrassing
God.
now. And I feel like Portia came in that era
With
of
the
like
thick-
2013,
Platform,
14, and that was
Yeah.
the era of her wearing the bodycon
Oh,
with
yeah.
the platform Louis Vuitton.
I know that I
Or
just said that I
Christian
hate
Louboutin.
over the top dresses. I hate them.
Yeah.
But if I was an over the top dress girl,
Yeah.
I'd be Portia Williams.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, Portia. Does
Portia's
Between
wedding
Portia-
looks.
That's what I was
yeah, the
just
wedding.
about to
Oh my
say.
God.
I live
Both of them.
wedding.
And like
All of them.
I would
Every single one
never,
of
but
them.
I lived for
Yeah. It was
every
beautiful. It
was
single moment
unbelievable.
from the traditional
Yeah.
Beautiful.
gowns that she did for the traditional ceremonies to the American ceremony.
I can't believe Bravo passed up that check. That's so strange to me.
That was a
That was a
wedding.
fumble.
Would have
Yeah.
loved to
That
see
was a
that.
fumble.
I
Out of all these
love
wedding
Portia
specials they've been
Ball.
giving out, you don't want to give Portia a wedding special? That's very strange.
Agreed.
And, I mean, the drama was already there, but maybe she also didn't want to talk about the drama because
Well,
if y'all are
did you
watching
guys watch her
Ultimate
show?
Girls Trip,
Oh, okay.
I'm watching it right now.
Yeah, I'm
Okay, well.
starting now. But when Portia did the family,
She
show,
should always have no hair.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I love the
she
short
looks
on
so
her.
Her
good in the
face-
pixie. She got her face.
she
can
has
be-
a-
recently on
that's
Watch
a good
What Happens
face.
Live, Yeah,
Yes.
that
Even
was
though
good.
she was in Dolce & Gabbana on Watch What Happens, she looked
Why do girls wear so
So
much
good.
Dolce?
I don't know.
incredible, but it was Dolce.
I did not know.
Um,
Down to the shoes because those shoes were cute.
No, the shoes were, I think, were like Rossi. The shoes weren't, but the look was.
I thought you were going to say Ross. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, when you said,
Rossi.
and I was like, oh no, she's talking about Rossi. I was like, okay.
Same pose, but yes, this. Okay, I will.
I think Portia probably had the best glow up as a housewife.
Yes,
she looked.
She got rid of that man.
Yeah.
She got rid of that other man.
Yeah.
Who was the other man?
Her baby daddy.
Dennis.
Oh,
Dennis.
The hot dog king.
But you know what? From watching their show, I don't know if y'all watched their show.
I forgot about that.
I did. That was nuts.
That was crazy.
If y'all have never seen Portia's family show, y'all, it was every single episode. You're just like your jaw drops further and further. It was her family is out cold,
and it made me like Dennis more.
Oh, it did.
Absolutely.
Oh, and you empathize with Dennis because you're just like, wow, you really are around for this wild.
Yeah.
Wow. Was Simon on there?
Yes.
Was he like active? Or was he just there?
He just stays out of it.
You know, Dennis was just in his fifis.
Okay.
Yeah.
As a man does once he loses a bad bitch.
Yeah.
You know.
Accurate.
Okay, so next we have Giselle Bryant.
Child, let me get my.
Okay, now let me clear something up because I heard y'all mixing
What are
and
you
mingling.
about to say?
Mixing and mingling before we began filming about Miss Bryant. Now, I have always said, love the person, not the character.
Okay.
Okay.
So what is it about her
and
person that speaks to you?
I think it's just more so because I know of her. Like I know her, not personally, but like I know the people that are connected to her.
Okay. So you like her team?
Yeah, I'm like,
no.
we all know a nice
basically,
team member. I'm moved by nothing.
Moved by anything.
What do you?
I think in earlier seasons, that was my first connection to watching Potomac because I knew of her. Like,
right.
I knew her husband was my pastor at one point.
Oh,
okay.
so
like,
Pastor Holy Horror.
Pastor Holy Horror was also friends with my pastor at one point.
Amen.
So like, that's how I got introduced to Giselle and
as a first
Giselle
lady
on the show. Yeah.
Okay.
So that is when I first started watching, I was like, oh, she's obviously gonna be my favorite because like she's my girl. However, after this last season, clearly that has
a hard comma
that has totally changed.
Well, you know what? On Ultimate Girls Trip though, Candace makes a good point. Giselle acts the way she does because life has whooped her ass.
Yeah.
So it sounds like Giselle is. I'm not saying that she's not a good person, but she's a miserable person right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
So perhaps some therapy.
I think some therapy. I think talking about
some sage.
Talking it out. I think also, again, loving the person, not the character. Giselle is very clear that she is the producer on the show.
100%.
It's very clear that she's there to ask
She got her
questions.
producer hat on instead of a cast hat on, but nobody wants to see that. We want to see your life.
Jizzy, we don't care.
I'm gonna stand on this rock, and I just might die on it. Giselle is there so that Potomac can continue to have some drama, something to talk about.
I don't necessarily think
That's
that
what
she
I
should
think.
be off the show.
No, we need her on the
season,
show.
though, was
It was
nauseating.
It was nasty. It was
nasty.
It was mean.
Because it went beyond the show. Like,
and do you know how
now you really messing with people's personal
you're messing with people's business. You're messing with their
when your
real
business
life.
is what your business is.
And what is your business?
right.
The way, and you know how Giselle could win us all back is if she holds
how
Robin to the fire. Then we know, oh, okay, you're not just out here with favoritism. You're not gonna, but she's not going to. But
Robin's gone now, so I don't know what we're going to.
Is Robin gone?
I heard Robin and Mia are axed.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that about Mia. I did hear that Robin was demoted.
to a friend
Which
of.
So she will be a friend of.
And she need them coins now because
Juan got fired from Coppin.
Listen, I feel like the only way they're gonna re-sign Robin is if Juan comes with her. They can't keep doing.
Yes,
we're going to have to
see all of it. We're gonna have to see Coppin the
Juan
cheating.
can't come. Juan can't film.
But now I feel like that could also happen because now he's not
working.
He's not working.
Yeah,
there. He's not working at the school. I think the reason why he was not on before was one.
That's what he was. That's what they would say. He was at work.
So now, and he was at work. And I think it's also a perception though. Like he was not just at work; he was at a school.
Yeah.
So I think he also trying to protect the school at that time. But now that that's no longer a thing.
I think you're giving a lot of credit.
You're giving a lot of credit because
if that's the case, Wendy
Hello, that's
her
an
job
actual
is
professor.
way more.
They had to put a disclaimer at the end of an episode.
And we had Coach Shaw married to a whole convict.
Right, Coach Shaw. Right.
Okay, who would show up.
I do
to
love.
reunions.
I do like me some Coach Shaw.
You know,
along with Phaedra.
That's also true.
Miss Parks.
You know, so it's like
attorney at law.
The only way I can see Bravo re-signing Robin is if Juan is coming and is going to commit to film. And if it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen.
Juan is not. He might though.
He might.
They are not trying to be in that financial situation that we witnessed.
Living in Hanover.
Well, she sells hats.
Have you guys ever
Oh,
gone?
she did say
No,
it's
but
a
have y'all
billionaire.
gone?
She
Have
said
y'all
the
gone?
hats are
Have y'all
selling.
gone in the comments of the hat page?
No.
It's all like, Soror, I am so disappointed in your behavior. I've
Oh, yeah,
canceled my
they
order.
lighting
Them
her up.
aunties is
they
lighting
eating
her
her
up in
up.
the
Oh
comments.
my God!
They are
I mean,
eating her
they say the hat is selling. I've never seen it on the street, but people maybe that's
She said it's $1 million. Didn't she say it's...
You know what? There is a market for that.
Oh
Because it
yes,
it's
Middle
Staten
America,
Line, right?
Middle America,
loves it.
yes.
I haven't seen it on
There's
the street.
Staten Line, right?
Yeah, I
The
think
Middle
so.
America aunties will love it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Middle
jeez.
America.
Once the hats are paying the bills, then we not gonna see Juan and Robin again. But
And
if it's
the thing-
not, we'll see them.
The thing I feel with Giselle and Robin is that like every other housewife, especially on Potomac, well, just in general, like they all share their lives.
Yeah.
Even though we know Karen don't want to hear about people talking about her having a boyfriend, but like she still allows people to have their opinions.
Do you think Karen has a boyfriend?
I think Karen got a few.
Oh,
I think Karen got a few.
I think.
But
Karen,
I love it.
I think Karen does. And
I
this is
think
the
she
only
does.
thing
But I think that
does.
she and Ray have
Have
an
an agreement.
agreement.
Yeah.
She
no.
said that on the
says.
show.
So-
They went and got
right.
their nails done. And
Yeah.
she said, you don't mind if I have a little sugar candy or a little eye candy? And he
Exactly.
said, I don't mind.
So if you're
That was
not
the
doing
confirmation
if you're
of
not
it.
doing anything
100%.
Let
salacious
it
in your
go.
marriage, why is it my business?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
Okay, we're
She got
gonna,
a few. I do want to see what he looked like though. Green eyes.
She ain't gonna
see
show
that
him.
picture that they
Karen,
were passing around.
she ain't. They ain't. But they said.
Okay,
I'm
back of the
surprised
head.
green eyes ain't been found on TikTok.
I know.
No,
I-
Karen made
Investigators
Green
to go out and
Eyes
find out.
sign an NDA. We never gonna hear
She's
from
a
Green
smart
Eyes.
woman.
She's a businesswoman. She's a smart woman. We never gonna hear from Green Eyes.
The Black Bill Gates not about to be embarrassed that bad.
Exactly. NDAs for everybody.
There needs to be no proof.
Cause Ray be shutting it down. Like,
Ray will shut it
no.
down.
He said, oh, I'm not finna hear this. At
Yeah.
the-
Yes.
I don't want
at
to
the
hear
party.
this. No.
I'm
The
not
girl,
finna hear this.
Karen, it's time to go. And she said, all right, Ray.
She said,
And she gets
well,
her
let
back.
me
She get me out of there
go.
quick.
Oh, yeah.
They started
Yeah.
telling her,
Twice.
you got to go.
Okay.
I know that's right.
Okay, so next we're gonna go to Candace.
Candy girl.
Yes.
This was her redemption arc this season.
Yeah.
The fact that this is all Giselle's fault. I couldn't stand Candace, I think, for 4 seasons.
And
No,
now all of a
seriously,
sudden I'm like,
Everyone is Team Candace.
well, she hasn't been on as long.
Yeah.
I don't think her fashion has evolved much. Like, I feel like I'm looking at 3 of the same
Same years.
Yeah.
year, you know?
I mean, I think the wigs have evolved.
yeah.
The
Because
wigs have
when she
evolved.
came on,
Yeah.
it was giving
Who's gonna
the
hat?
higher to heaven. I mean, the higher
Well,
to
the
heaven,
pageant.
closer to
The
God. It was
pageant
giving
in her.
pageant.
She really gives
Yeah.
pageant. Yo, I ran
Yeah.
into her at a movie screening. She looked like these photos. She looked like herself. Yeah.
She definitely does look like
I think
herself.
she looks so much young. Like, not that she's still young, but like she looks
cute.
like kind of baby faced in the beginning more.
I think
too.
she needs
Maybe it's
she
the
needs a new
makeup.
team, but she's okay.
Yeah.
She has a lot of potential.
Yeah, she has.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she does.
She's beautiful.
She's
Yes,
a
she's
beautiful
very
woman, and
beautiful.
she has a lot of potential. And if she's gonna be in this music thing, she gonna have to step it
Did
up
y'all
a
listen to
bit.
Drive Back?
Come on, drive back.
Drum back. Drum back.
We've been listening to that song for 3 seasons.
Okay. no, literally.
We got
And it-
drive back.
We got
and
Trina.
It made
The
its way
remix.
to Ultimate Girls Trip.
Is it on
Oh,
there?
it did. It did. I heard a little
Listen,
clip of it.
was it
I
that
did.
I said,
Candy, give
girl,
us another song.
play another one.
Oh Lord.
Okay, and then lastly, we have Ashley Zarby. And I also saw Michael in the airport today at DCA.
Okay. Alone.
I just,
Oh, you with the
I
kids?
just.
Was there a ring on that finger?
Right, I
That's
wasn't
what
looking at
just
her.
asked.
I
Girl,
just seen him.
you
I said,
got-
hey, Michael. He said,
You
hi.
gotta be investigating.
You
Oh,
say
no. I just said,
Who
hey,
you have a
Michael.
ring with?
I want to know if they still married.
Oh, I think so.
Ashley is another. I just think she's such a nasty, miserable girl.
Yeah, Ashley.
And a dummy. She
And
she
left
she
with
got nothing.
And left with nothing.
I've never seen
Not
that
a-
in my life.
That
You are
really-
married to this Australian billionaire,
That really
zillionaire,
And now she just be
and now you put in your 7 years.
Dancing with her
First of all, he
shoulders
wouldn't
on
have had me
TikTok.
in that condo house for that long. Like,
Come
that.
on now.
Living in DC, like you can,
What was
we would have
happening
been buying a
with the-
house by now.
Come
That
on.
really hurt.
Ooh, y'all remember the chest drape, the chains,
Yeah.
the rhinestone.
Oh my.
It was definitely.
Oh, that was everywhere.
Wow.
That really hurt me.
Yeah, you know, Ashley.
The bob. Now
Ashley
she
and
rocking a
Candace,
bob.
they in the same. They in the same. It's all right.
What's wrong with Bob? Nothing.
Lovable.
I did not like this reunion dress from this year. I didn't like the I like the dress.
Actually trying to give like real sexy MILF vibes, I think now, cause she on TikTok busting it. She was on Watch What's Happen Live with a dress.
To me, doesn't have even like a sense of style. I know I watched like one episode and she had on some like knockoff Mugler moment, and I was like, what's happening? Same thing with like.
Remember when Karen got her shirt altered and it.
Oh,
oh yes.
First of all, fire your tailor. That's number one.
Oh my
but
God.
Number 2 is they were like, girl, it's not real. She's like, this is real. I do believe it was real.
I believe it was real.
It was real Fendi.
I believe it
her
was
tailor
real.
messed her up terribly, but the Fendi was real.
They said Indy.
Yeah, it said Fendi.
They tried to drag her. Where is the people on the team that check the
exactly? Your tailor should never be taken.
What's her assistant's name? The guy that
I just thought about him.
Oh,
the white guy.
He's been around since
He's been around.
She brought them to that boardroom.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, who is this?
Is this the lawyer?
Oh my
the
God,
assistant,
I love Karen gives us stunts. She is a stunt queen.
And she really believed that little show she did in DC was the bees.
And she's taking it on the road. So yeah.
I'd go. The thing is though,
I would go.
She dropped in New York. I'd go.
Yeah, I would.
Oh, he said you a Ladam.
I'm a Ladam.
What did she tell y'all? Ladam Rise, right? All the Ladams Rise.
Ladam's Arise, baby. I would go too.
I definitely go see Karen. I love Karen.
I would honestly, truly, I would go to all of them.
She's very.
I went to Reasonably Shady.
You did?
I did.
Okay, how was it?
I feel like the Bravo did not really represent it.
Yeah.
In a way. It was actually, and I'm not just saying this because at the time I did like them, but like it actually was a funny event. Like it was not packed. That is a true fact.
Okay.
It was a bigger venue than what they
Karen
needed.
was in the crowd.
Yeah.
Like,
but it was like
make sure
get a host that.
No. And no, but what's most funny about that is like obviously we don't hear any of this conversation because they have their mic.
They had their own.
But
stuff.
like to be there, so y'all was back there kikiing like this, like that was hilarious.
You should have sat back there with them. That was what it was.
Right.
I did make my TV debut though.
Oh, he was
Are you there?
In that episode?
I was on the.
I'll go back and rewind.
Y'all go back. Y'all
on the Reasonably Shady.
Were you dancing?
No, it was literally like 4 seconds.
Okay.
But we also went
I'm
to
there.
Candace's, but they didn't show that on. But they were recording. We went to her album.
Oh, it
I don't know
party.
what that
What was it? That was at La
La
Vie, wasn't it?
No,
it was
at a club.
Karma in DC.
It was it an album release party?
I think it was like album release, but all the girls were there.
Yeah.
Wendy was there, Robin, and
But it didn't make the cut for the show.
no,
This was before season.
the last season, right?
6.
Before the last season.
Well, when I knew things weren't all the way real, is I went to the Hanifa show in DC, and Giselle and Karen were there at the same time, and it was when we had thought that they hated each other, and they sat there kiki, and I was like, okay.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
But this season, I don't think that's what it gives. Y'all done talked about each other's kids, husbands, moms.
And you know, Karen wasn't playing. She stood up and smacked that table about that man that they said she
really
was.
more
talk
about
about
Sharice.
I was like, now, Karen, this is a smidge of projection.
Right,
Yeah.
calm down.
Yeah.
But again, I like I said on the show before, I think she was already in like a state of just like mentalness because it was the 5th anniversary of her mom.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think she was already just aggravated, and then she did use Sharice to just take all.
Well, we haven't seen everything that happened.
Yeah.
They might have been poking at her all damn day.
Yeah.
And it's edited down. True.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't think Sharice went to the funeral for clout.
No, I
or
don't.
whatever.
That I don't
crazy
think.
thing.
either.
Karen.
No, I don't think so either.
Karen,
was going
please.
all the way to Surrey
Who is driving 2 hours
No, for real.
with
For
no
clout.
cameras?
She's
There's
It's
no
like
cameras
she
ever.
made it a point to say that she was there.
Right.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, there was no cameras there though, Karen. So
Didn't they record the Surrey County video that Karen did?
In Potomac.
In Potomac.
Oh my God!
Surrey
And with the
Potomac is
editing,
nothing
they'll be
alike.
like, not Surrey.
Like, literally.
No, the editors need an Emmy because
Yo, the
this
editor
shit-
Argue with somebody and make that a
Happy
point.
Eddie.
Yeah.
When she was like, I can be arguing with you. I'm the so and so of Surrey County.
Like, Karen, please, hold on. Before I have to ask y'all, what did y'all think watching the final episode? And we thought that Robin was in where's she supposed to be? Jamaica.
Oh my God! That
And they was
She
in
was in
Virginia or
PG.
PG. I was
Laurel.
weak.
Oh my
Out in Laurel.
gosh.
What else did we expect?
I was weak.
I was
really
actually surprised they got married. I never thought that was gonna happen.
He had to marry her so
Yeah.
she don't got to testify.
Ooh, that's
That makes
smart.
that is
Why?
Blake got the tea.
I don't
Wait
know
a
if that's
minute,
the
but
tea, but that's
no.
my theory.
But maybe
He is in fact in that when she said that he's not listed, he is in fact listed in the lawsuit.
Yes,
because
he is listed.
And not just listed, he is charged for withdrawing the scholarship.
No, I didn't know he was charged.
The scholarship. Well, I don't know. Charged might not be. Don't let me get to line about legal jargon.
Allegedly.
But he is allegedly that he has committed a crime in the listing.
So why would they
because
fire
he
him?
took the scholarship.
Well, the first thing they fired him because they were losing.
Yeah, team was doing terrible.
And then the second thing is, I think the second thing is also, they were already going through this legal drama with the situation, and what's the girl? Robin being on the show just amplified all that.
Yeah.
And I think all that bad attention to the school, they were like, thank you, but.
Now, do we think they have an agreement in their marriage?
No, but I
don't think so.
No. I think that they've been together so long.
Yeah.
I think he feels indebted to her because her parents essentially raised him.
Yeah, he doesn't have any.
And I think that they do love each other, but I do not think that they're in love with each other.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about Robin's what was her explanation on Watch What Happened Live of he went to the hotel.
Foolery.
And in the hotel, he
lost the wallet and he paid.
Yeah.
Come on, girl.
That was BS.
Come on.
But Robin knows.
Yeah, Robin knows the truth, but I feel like if you're going to present this story.
Present something that's believable.
Come on.
Right.
Work
Or
together
don't present
on
it
something.
all.
Or be
There
like.
are some women out here who are 100% cool with that.
Yeah.
So even if Robin was, I would appreciate if Robin was like, I'd like none of y'all to worry about what's going on in my marriage.
Well, that's
and
not
just
going
leave
to
it there.
happen.
That's not going to happen with Andy Cohen.
Not with Andy.
You
the
gonna
way he
have to-
dimmed them lights and turned his chair and said, so.
And Ebony was in the corner like, ooh, ooh.
So
Yeah.
you think
Ebony
that's
was like-
real?
Or just stand on it. Or just be
Yeah.
like, me and Juan are very good. Where we
He had an indiscretion and we worked it through.
It's not like he ain't had one before.
Exactly.
So we
that
was
would have
gonna
been
be like,
so
hey,
much
girl.
more believable than this story of the wallet and he just paid and then he left and then I saw the text messages. Girl.
She just really messed it up by going on Reasonably Shady. And like,
did you pay the $5?
I did not pay the $5.
You didn't have to. TikTok
Shout out to my
had it 3
TikTok
hours later.
girlies that did it for me. Thank you. But like, that's really where she messed it up.
Yeah.
Why would you tell that? I would have just took that one to the grave.
Yeah.
I don't see why.
Because now Andy, if
But
I
that
were
must have
Andy,
meant it
I
was going to
would-
come out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Maybe.
You only tell on yourself when somebody else about to push your narrative.
But also, like, y'all are, they going to tell CNN or something? They could just tell a blog. Nobody believes blogs for real.
Oh, you see, I think people believe blogs. Their whole life is on blogs. Anytime they want something out, they go to the blogs. So it's not going to be CNN, but it's going to be on the blogs.
But they could also be,
But I think the problem was the woman was coming out with her receipts, and the actual receipt of Juan's name was like, explain it. So now it was like, okay, let's come up with a story.
Photoshop. We got AI. They could have, you know what I'm saying?
So
I was thinking of all angles.
Just deny.
I was thinking of all angles. No, I just wouldn't have said anything. I wouldn't have been on Patreon trying to sell it. I wouldn't have been on Reasonably Shady.
But I also would have, when you are in that situation, you need to mind your business and sit back.
Yeah.
She spent the entire season antagonizing people. If I knew that it was big T on me, I just would have sat and ate my food.
And then she was like, I was just waiting for someone to bring it up. Or like,
she thought Karen was going to bring it up.
I was waiting for Karen to bring it up. So when Karen brought it up, so why did you call Juan? First of all, the guilt. He went into a heat on the phone.
Very apparent.
But the thing is, I don't even think it was guilt.
He just don't like the show.
I think, but I also think he probably, in my head, how I read it was, he was like, bitch, we talked about this 3 months ago. What are you calling me with this shit again?
Right, exactly. Yep.
I think he was like, we've already dealt with this shit.
He was very upset.
He was upset. He was
very
upset.
She was giving guilty talking about, I know, I don't believe.
Yeah. That was weird. Why would you call? I don't know why. Maybe a producer told her to call him.
Yeah.
But it was just a weird interaction. It's like, now that we all know that he was actually guilty and she wasn't telling a lie.
It's weird.
It was weird.
Yeah, it was very weird. Yeah. Well, at this point of the show, we do a segment called Raise a Glass. T-Pain. And it's where we raise a glass to anyone, someone in the industry that you feel like is trailblazing, yourself, whomever. You want to raise a glass and just show love and give them their flowers. So I will let Tahira. Why don't you start off?
Okay, I want to raise a glass, my literal glass, to Blake.
Yeah.
I was about to do her. This is let's go see
Blake
that ass.
and Blake, me and Blake became mutuals last year. We met briefly last year. You might not remember. We went to like a Snapchat dinner, but we sat at 2 different tables.
Oh, yes.
So like I spoke to my table all night. She spoke to her table all night. But so inspiring, like to see this woman someone who looks like me in all these rooms, accomplishing, like, for me, you just did the Good Morning America segment.
Yeah. Girl,
I was like
you.
Screaming, look at Blake!
That's right.
You know, like, so inspiring. I don't even know, like, sometimes we get on the internet and you don't really know about the impact. Sometimes you can read the comments and people will say, like, I love you, or whatever, but you don't really know, but you are really impacting the girls.
Oh God,
you are.
I'm telling you, you're doing it.
Y'all.
Don't you start crying. I got a best friend that's a
So we don't. I don't like outwardly emote, but right now my heart is like a cesspool.
No,
I'm like
giving you your flowers. Anything you do, I'm gonna support. I'm just so thrilled to see these little day in the lives. We just know something big is coming. I just know it. Yeah. And you got that it factor, girl. So raise a glass to you.
Raise a glass to Blake.
Yeah. It's gonna be big.
Well, I really was saying Tahira. So yeah, literally. Well, I just love this space. Like, I raise a glass to this space for y'all creating these conversations and
thank you.
Having the conversations and reaching out to us.
Yes, thank you.
To have this conversation with y'all. And it's also fun. Like, people need lighthearted content.
Right. Yes.
People are tired of heavy.
Listen, the world is dark, and we have to deal with serious issues all the time. So when I make content, I really want it to be 2 minutes of fun. You just pop in, don't have to worry about what's really going on,
and pop
out. Have some laughs and pop out. You know, that lighthearted content is so necessary.
Yes, I totally agree. And so I'll go next, and I want to raise a glass to both of you ladies. You literally, and I'm not just saying this because we have you here, but literally are two of my favorites on my channel. Like, I literally love your content. Tahira, you remember I told you I invited you to my client event before last year because I resonated so much with your content, and I loved it so much, and it was like, I just felt like we just have same interests, and the same with you, Blake, like just being someone that's like working in industry and like finding my way, and like I just related so much to you and to your content. It was super inspiring. And just like you said, those couple minutes of being able to see someone doing something that's positive and that's fun and authentic. So that's like a highlight of my day to see you guys. Like, I know when the awards come, Tahira's she's gonna be giving us her content about the fashions. Blake's gonna show us these good outfits of the day.
Thorough breakdowns. I watch like, I wasn't paying attention this hard. I'm like, that's
my eye.
But I'm like, Tahira's doing it. I'm like, Tahira's doing it. No, I'm always like, okay, I don't really need to pay attention. Tahira gonna tell me what I need to.
Tahira, you educate the girls because we don't be knowing. Like, I love fashion, but you
it's
really
education.
Yes, it's education because it's like you help us understand more. So like, I love that. Super inspired with your journey, and I love it. So I'm happy that we got a chance to chat today.
I'm so happy.
Oh my gosh! Well, first of all, I am raising a glass to the both of you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you guys
so
for having
much.
Us.
Really, really appreciate it. Both of your stories inspired me as well. You all, as an HBCU grad.
Where'd you go?
I went to Bethune-Cookman.
I love.
And I have, obviously, we all have friends that went to Howard. But I just love seeing that. I love seeing that power. I love seeing like where we could go. I love seeing what we can do. And I know that there are little girls, little boys, little people outside just like watching you all. And that is just so beautiful to, first of all, just be here and be able to watch you as well. But I also want to raise my glass to Brigethia.
Yeah.
All right, birthday girl.
Yes, because we are not only celebrating having these two beautiful women here with us, we are also celebrating her birthday.
Yes.
Shout out to you. Thank you for being just such a light in my life, personally, in all of our lives. And so we can't
29 is gonna be good
celebrate
for you.
Yes, girl. This
Come
is
on, Aries Queen.
your year. So cheers to all of you. Thank you all so much. Yes, yes.
Perfect.
Love
that. So we want to. You guys want to tell where they can follow you?
Absolutely.
All of the things.
All the things. I am Tahira across all platforms. TikTok, if it's still there. Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. I am Tahira. That's where you can find me.
So mine are different because I thought I would never make a TikTok in my life. So I just took whatever username popped up. So Blake Lauren, but it's spelled crazy because my mama, LAWREN on Instagram. And then Blake Newby _ on TikTok. But I'm Blake Lauren on everything else.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Right. Well, with that, of course, we'll add those links in the description box below. But as always, make sure you guys follow us. Join the conversation on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, not Facebook, Twitter, Facebook, Christian Mingle, and all those things.
Black people meet.
Yes.
Hinge.
And continue to just join the conversation. Thank y'all for watching, listening, and until next time, Cocktails and Culture.
Cocktails and Culture.
Cocktails and Culture. Cheers.
Cheers.
Get it from my baby, what's now?